grand deal. Joining us now is Senator John Hoeven, Republican from North Dakota. Senator, you had dinner with President Obama last week. Can you give us a sense of whether you think, I'm not suggesting he was insincere, but do you think he's prepared to really shift his position on the key issues?
Good morning, Stuart. Good to be with you. Well, we'll see. I mean, we'll see what he does over these next months. If he stays engaged with Congress, then I think there's a chance we can get the kind of big deal we need. If he goes back touring the country saying, oh, no, Congress is the problem, not him, then it probably isn't going to happen.
Do you think that he's prepared to give any ground on entitlement reform? And I use that expression deliberately because entitlement reform to me is changing the structure of Medicare, for example, not just tinkering around the edges. Do you think the president would do that?
He has to in order to get the kind of reforms that we need, and there's room there to do it. Now we have to look at the Congressional Budget Office, CBO scoring, and be creative in coming up with ideas, but it's going to take that to get something done.
But I need your sense of it. Do you believe that the president is willing to do real Medicare reform? Yes or no?
Well, maybe. I hope so. Here's the thing, Stuart. We're going into the budget process. House, as you saw, Congressman Ryan put forward a budget. The Senate will pass a budget, but the Democrats in the Senate will pass a budget. They only need 51 votes. It'll have tax increases. It's going to be very hard to reconcile those budgets. And you have the debt ceiling limit, which comes up May 1. That creates a lot of pressure to get a deal to address these reforms. So I hope so, but we'll have to see.
In my opinion, may I express an opinion, we've got crisis fatigue. Our audience is fed up with this. And I don't think we're going to see any serious movement by Friday of this week. I think we're going to be in exactly the same position. Will you say where you stand on this?
On Friday, what I hope we see by Friday is that the Senate has moved forward with a continuing resolution that includes flexibility, a number of appropriations bills that we're putting together. I'm on the Appropriations Committee working with Democrats in a bipartisan way to make the sequester reductions, but make them in a more thoughtful way so we minimize the impacts. That would be a strong sign of bipartisanship. And I hope that continues into the budget work and to get the kind of reforms that we're talking about.
Are you hopeful, yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Well, we were waiting for it. Senator John Hoeven, North Dakota, thanks for joining us, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Stuart.